Dear brother, every day we wake up getting closer and closer to being older. We've all said it, yo man, I'm getting old, right? But there's a difference between aging and evolving. And that's what we want to talk about today. And I think a lot of times we confuse the two. We confuse the two, and we can't confuse those. Because if you're going to be proud of yourself, if you're going to go forward as a man, if you're going to be a better father, better husband, better person, bro, you can't just age or think that, oh, because I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser. No, it's about the lessons you learned. It's not about where you've been or who you hung out with, but what did you learn on the way? Because in the end of the day, as a man, you want to be able to give wisdom, right? David has said in the scriptures that he wanted to die empty, or he wanted to give it all away. That's how I want you to be. But in order to give it all away, you have to get it, right? So there's a difference between age and mental maturity. We all know men that are old guys, right? But they still right here, teenage in their mind, still chasing something they already are. I don't want you like that, right? And just because you're getting older, it doesn't mean you're getting wiser. It means that you got to sit down at a certain point and gain wisdom. See, running through life don't get you nowhere. It's what you walk out. It's what you walk out patiently. It's what you perceive. It's what you give your attention to. That's really where you got to go. See, because growth is a choice. It's not a guarantee. Peep that, bro. Growth is a choice. It's not a guarantee, right? It's about us taking responsibility for our lives, right? We got a lot of people to take care of. You got kids, you got your lady, you got your wife, you got all these different things. But it's about, are you being responsible for your life, right? Because you can't take it back. Those days go by, you can't get those back. Because maturity isn't about avoiding mistakes, right? It's not about avoiding mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. I tell my kids that all the time, and so do you. But it's about owning them. I got to own it, right? So I can extract the wisdom from it. See, and until we are, as men, until we're able to take accountability for where we are, what we've been through, the mistakes we made, will always be stuck. Another thing I try to drive to us, man, as far as maturity, right, is emotional regulation, right? That's our superpower as men. That is our superpower as men, regulation, right? It's not money. It's not this. It's about regulation. How do I control me? See, growing up, man, is about mastering your emotions, mastering your next move, not being thrown off by everything, right? But mastering them. Mastering it is mastering you, right? So what you do is you learn how to respond. You learn how to respond instead of living a life where you're constantly reacting. That's where we get in trouble as men. That's where you know that I got to mature better, when you're reacting instead of responding. Response takes thought. Reaction is just driven by how you feel that day. And we know you can't follow your emotions. They're too fickle. They go up, they go down. See, immaturity wants everything. Immaturity wants everything to be in control, and if you want everything under your thumb. Immaturity wants everything right now. But as you get older, as you get wiser, man, you know it's about patience. It's about the discipline to say, I'm not living a life for instant gratification, right? But I'm trying to leave a legacy. I'm going to do a podcast on legacy because I think it's important. But part of legacy is not just making moves. It's about plotting out something that I can leave. And it's not just money and wealth I want to leave for my kids, but wisdom. That's really the wealth right there, right? So it's all about understanding yourself and understanding what it takes to have freedom in life. Is really important. Take the understanding what it costs you also to have freedom in life. Because what freedom comes with responsibility, doesn't it? You know it. Freedom comes with responsibility, man. You can't, people say, I'm free. Free, being free doesn't mean I don't have any responsibility. In fact, freedom comes with responsibility. If I'm going to be free, I have to be responsible and then know how to be responsible. Not haphazard, but really responsible. See, you can live however you want, bro. You can live however you want. But real freedom, it requires discipline. A lot of people, man, as a man, I can't tell you what to do, right? Right? As a man, I can't tell you what to do, but I can offer you wisdom that would allow you to do what you want and still be free. But again, there's three things that come with that. Discipline, right? Consistency, bigger than anything else. Accountability. We all want that from the women we're with. We all want that from our kids, right? But are we being accountable for where we're at as men, right? And listen, this is for us, it's for our sons, right? We just want to make a nation of better men. See, another big part I think we got to really get into is building real solid relationships, right? Where we're not always seeking entertainment from everything. A solid relationship is not how it makes me feel today, right? It's about, will this thing build me? Whether it's with a woman, whether it's with new men that you're building friendship with. What is it adding to my life to make me solid, right? We got to start prioritizing substance, man, over entertainment. We got to start prioritizing substance over just the moment. See, when you're a kid, the moment matters. When you're a man, you know the moment is fleeting, right? So it's about lifelong learning. And it's powerful to be a lifelong learner, man. It's powerful. It's a powerful thing. See, because growing up means realizing that I don't know everything, right? It's committing to continuous learning. It's committing to continuous, okay, what can I do to change, right? I had a philosophy professor in my first year of college put a dot on the ceiling with a pencil. He said, who can see that? Who can see the dot? Surely he made a dot. We all looking. Nobody can see the dot. And he looked at all. He said, who can see the dot? And everybody's, no, nobody can see the dot. He said, that's how much you know about life, right? I don't remember much else from college, but I remember that right there. Right? Because life, man, is evolving. And guess what? You got to evolve with it. And if you don't evolve with it, it ain't going to stop life from evolving. Right? So you got to grab hold of maturity, right? And start embracing changes that come with life. Not dodging them, but learning from them, growing with them. Right? It's like a rocking chair. The wind is going, the wind is going, the wind is going. Sometimes that wind is going, there's people passing you while you're sitting there. And you think you're moving, but you're really not. Right? Because life going to go, man. You want to go with it. How do I go with life? I live it out with purpose. I don't live it out haphazardly. I don't let 24 hours just pass, right? But I'm calculating more. I'm paying attention more. I'm slowing down, right? Because you're not here to pass time. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, what am I doing today? What am I achieving today? Not under pressure, but what am I achieving today? What did I say good today? Who did I lift up today? Because that's the stuff that's going to matter in the end, bro. That's the stuff that's going to matter in the end. Aging happens naturally. None of us can slow that down. But growth is intentional, right? You decide whether you're going to level up. You decide whether you're going to level up or stay stuck. You decide new patterns or old patterns. That's up to you. So as you look at your life today, bro, are you getting older? Or are you growing wiser? Is time passing? Or are you growing with time? I love you. Make sure you love you. Walk this life out every day with no fear, no shame, and no compromise, bro. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Become part of the Dear Brother podcast community. We're grown men keep growing. If it's your first time listening to podcasts, listen up. If it's your second, third, fifth, 80th time listening to podcasts, you know how we end it every time. Yesterday was history. Tomorrow's a mystery. All we got is right now. What you going to do with it? What you going to do about it? Amen. Hang in there. Stand tall. Your brother's with you. Peace.